today we have these dinosaurs are the most overrated, and most overrated dinosaurs. Let's go with T-Rex because its arms are short. Let's go long neck dinosaur. Don't know what it's called. Don't know what it's called, but yeah, it's just kind of big. And when I don't take animals serious that are big but are herbivores. That's just me. Let me go Megalodon because they're in the ocean.
Dinosaurs have dominated pop culture and popular imagination for generations. Some of these dinosaurs garnering far more attention and love than others.
Oh, another pause. Is it like a canon event in every boy's life to have a dinosaur phase? Cause I didn't have a dinosaur phase. I had a stingray phase. I don't know what it was about stingrays. I just liked, but dinosaurs never you feel me, did it for me. I watched Dinosaur King as a kid. I liked that, but knowing the names of dinosaurs at 5, nah, I'm not saying Velociraptor at 5 years old.
I'm talking about you, T-Rex, Triceratops, and Stegosaurus. Have the most famous dinosaurs earned their spot in popular imagination, or are they overrated? Likewise, what dinosaurs are underrated compared to their astonishing evolutionary adaptations? To find out, I've compiled a list of 3 dinosaurs that I find overrated and 3 dinosaurs that I find underrated.
You're gonna say Triceratops.
Starting with the underrated dinosaurs. The Achilobator giganticus, often overshadowed by more famous raptors such as Utah raptor, Dakota raptor, and Velociraptor. Achilobator was nevertheless one of the largest and most powerful dromaeosaurs who have ever existed. While most Asian raptors, such as the smaller Velociraptor, opted for slender bills and long thin heads, Achilobator broke the mold, picking sheer size and brute strength over speed and agility. At roughly 16 feet long and weighing anywhere from 500 to 650 pounds, Achilobator giganticus was the largest Asian dromaeosaurid ever. This tiger-sized brute of a raptor was built for power rather than mobility, and bore many adaptations that increased the robusticity of their hind limbs. Hence their name, Achilobator, which refers to their particularly robust Achilles tendons. These adaptations sacrificed their speed and long-distance running in exchange for greater grappling and a stronger leap. Additionally, at the end of their powerfully built legs would have been extremely long and sharp recurved talons, while at the front, the primary killing weapons.
Did dinosaurs have manicures back in the day? Some animals nowadays have animals that will clean their teeth they'll work together to survive. The dinosaurs have pedicures, or they kind of just let their claws grow as long as possible. If their talons or claws are messed up, would they just leave it as is, or are they go into a certain rock and then try to sharpen their stuff? Not sure where that idea came from. I'm just yapping.
Of the Achilobator, their massive jaws that were filled with serrated blade-like teeth that would have been able to cleave flesh from the bone with ease. Such adaptations would have been necessary, as unlike smaller dromaeosaurs.
Are you telling me this is what rabbits evolved from? And I know this is a chicken now. Literally, chickens are dinosaurs, because dinosaurs had feathers and they kind of just grew smaller because of evolution. But you're telling me this is where a rabbit came from? No, crazy. Bunnies actually have tails. I'm not sure why that doesn't just compute in my brain, but they have small fluffy ones. What? I'm not even sure what I'm saying anymore. Let me chill.
Rides. Achilobator was hunting big game. Its likely preferred targets would have been the large Therizinosaurus and Hadrosaurus. It is also believed to have hunted in packs.
I've seen that before.
An even more lethal animal. Achilobator would have also needed its strength and weaponry against other predators. The area in which Achilobator called home was also home to Tyrannosaurids, which could potentially go somewhat larger than the Achilobator. However, given its superior grappling ability and relatively small weight disadvantage, it's possible that Achilobator was also able to compete on more even footing with its rival. A few more things. Achilobator is pretty much what Velociraptor in Jurassic Park wanted to be. So basically, just imagine the Jurassic Park velociraptors. This is what the Achillobator was, just with feathers.
I have never seen Jurassic Park a day in my life. I don't know. I just now don't have intentions to watch it because it kind of seems like a dumb movie. What do you mean you revive dinosaurs and now they're free and I'm there? No, I would not be near dinosaurs. I would eat a dinosaur if they had like T-Rex steaks. Oh yeah, like in a real T-bone. Oh yeah, for sure. But like alive.
Elevator has all the things that creates a perfectly rated dinosaur. They just need a little bit more attention. Our second most underrated dinosaur is the Carnotaurus, the meat-eating bull. Yep, I think one of the most famous dinosaurs.
Hold on. Never mind.
Is underrated. Yeah, movies like Disney's Dinosaur highly over-exaggerate the size and ferocity of the Carnotaurus, and because of this, for a while, people did overrate it, thinking it was more like a T-Rex with horns. But over the last...
damn. Imagine, like, you know how certain animals, like deers and the other ones, alpacas and zebras, like, are in a group all the time? Imagine being the one to just not notice the lion on time. You're still drinking, and then everybody else is gone, and you just have to run by yourself. Yeah, bro.
For years, the pendulum has begun to swing in the other direction, and people have begun to view the Carno as a second-rate theropod when compared to others like Giganotosaurus or T-Rex, as well as trying to compensate for this. I don't mean to call anyone out, but in one of my recent videos, people are claiming a grizzly bear could take out a Carnotaurus. Quite honestly, the odds of that happening are slim to...
It's a dinosaur. No animal today can take a dinosaur. It can be a lion. It can be a T-Rex. It can be a venomous snake. They were dinosaurs. Like, the way animals live nowadays are soft compared to, like, the dinosaur age. Yeah, no.
None. The grizzly's average weight is 400 to 600 pounds. And the Carnotaurus, while smaller than some of the largest theropods, were still estimated to have weighed around 4,000 pounds. There's just no way in hell a bear could beat a predator that is 10 times its weight. So other than it weighing 4,000 pounds, it was also 30 feet long and 10 feet tall. The predator's size was immense, and though not as large as a T-Rex, once again, it had specific adaptations that made it equally terrifying. The Carnotaurus, from what paleontology knows so far, is believed to be the fastest large theropod dinosaur to have ever existed. After examining its unique body shape, in which its legs literally take up a third of its body, it is estimated that a Carnotaurus could run about 30 to 35.
You know what's crazy? This is probably an ostrich right now. Like, this... Dinosaurs' kids, grandkids are probably an ostrich. That's
miles per hour, which is fast as a galloping horse. The Carnotaurus did not skip leg day, and this adaptation is why many people consider the Carnotaurus the cheetah of the Cretaceous. Just imagine a 10-foot tall, 4,000-pound, bull-headed dinosaur running at you as fast as a horse. In unison with their speed, the Carnotaurus used their very specialized head to enact lethal force on their soon-to-be meals. It is speculated that when running alongside their prey, they would use their unique snout, longer neck, and robust jaws as a club.
Yeah, real dinosaurs nowadays, if dinosaurs still existed today, hopefully they're just in Australia, or else we're all packed. Australia already got it bad. A dinosaur ain't gonna make it worse. Yeah, but because you're telling me a big old 4,000-pound creature can run as fast as a what? How much is a 100-pound horse? Huh? That's outrunning. That's catching so many people. It's actually disgusting. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, no offense to the Australian people, but like the propaganda around your country is already bad. Dinosaurs, it's just gonna be like another Tuesday to y'all.
to strike down and subdue their prey, while sharp teeth deeply penetrated the animal's flesh. I think people might underestimate the carno because they're trying to compensate for the inaccuracies of Disney's dinosaur. So it's time to dispel any preconception and recognize the meat-eating bull for what it truly was. A formidable predator with distinct adaptations that set it apart from any dinosaur that we know.
Have you ever realized that the way dinosaurs look or how they're presented to us is kind of just freeballing? This is probably not what it looked like at all. It probably didn't even have horns. This is just like the art director of paleontology just gets to decide what animals look like.
Of today. Our last underrated dinosaur is a herbivore, the Kentrosaurus. This remarkable dinosaur from the late Jurassic period.
What do you call it?
The herbivore, the Kentrosaurus.
Bro, that's a Stegosaurus.
This remarkable dinosaur from the late Jurassic period roamed the Earth around 156 to 150 million years ago. Measuring about 15 feet in length, Kentrosaurus was characterized by its unique defensive features, sporting a row of sharp, pointed spikes along its back and tail, what we call a thagomizer. These spikes likely served as a deterrent to potential predators. It's a perfect showcase to the adaptability and defensive strategies of this Jurassic herbivore. Sadly, this dinosaur is overshadowed by its larger relative, the Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at him. All around, the Kentrosaurus is just a more metal version of the Stegosaurus.
Yeah, bro, that thing got teeth coming out of its butt. Man, ain't it crazy how evolution works? As soon as one of these animals get an update, it's just a generational update. That's
Instead of just having spikes on the end of its tail like the Stegosaurus, the Kentrosaurus also had spikes on its shoulder to protect its sides, owing to why Kentrosaurus has earned the nickname the Jurassic Porcupine. Basically, you're not getting anywhere near this guy without getting poked. Let's just examine it a little bit further. Because of its elongated tail, it could likely be swung upwards of 30 miles per hour, and with this type of speed, it could give the Kentrosaurus two defensive options with its tail. Either rapidly swinging its tail, quickly and easily shredding and slicing the flesh of any animal it touched, or by using concentrated power blows, allowing it to break the legs of most predatory dinosaurs. Moreover, its shoulder spikes allowed for even more defensive and offensive options. It's believed the Kentrosaurus could have used its shoulder spikes when charging other animals, turning its body and impaling whoever was unlucky enough to be standing.
again, another weird evolution thing. Certain animals eat porcupines and hedgehogs. Like the things with spikes on them, there are certain animals that can just eat that, literally. They get spikes stuck in the tooth, just take it out. And then there's an animal that ate this. There's an animal out here that can just bypass the spikes. Maybe a little thing, or something that just can't, if the mouth can't be penetrated. If the mouth can't penetrate, or there is something where the spike cannot hurt its mouth. All right.
In its way. And also, obviously, was a great deterrent to any predators that were trying to eat the Kentrosaurus. All around, these defensive systems made the Kentrosaurus
but something did eat it.
Not to be messed with. And because of this, it deserves more respect. And just because it's smaller doesn't mean it's any less special. At least that's what my girlfriend says.
But
so now we move on to the overrated dinosaurs. What you've all been waiting for. And our first overrated dinosaur, and you guys knew it was coming.
Wix.
The Velociraptor.
Damn. Velociraptor. Again, I'm not big in the dinosaur community. Like I said before, I was never a dinosaur kid. I don't know the stats of anything but a T-Rex, a Stegosaurus, a Spinosaurus, a Pterodactyl, a T-Rex. What else do I know? I know crocodiles were dinosaurs. Sharks were dinosaurs. Other than that, I do not have extensive knowledge on the dinosaur community. Shout out to my dinosaur community right now. But I just thought from what I know, I just know velociraptors were fast.
The Velociraptor is a small yet iconic dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period. First unveiled to the world by paleontologist Henry Fairfield Osborn in the 1920s, the Velociraptor was a creature of an exceptional agility and cunning, measuring about 6.8 feet in length and with a height of 1.6 feet at the hip. Velociraptor also possessed a distinctive sickle-shaped claw on each hindfoot, suggesting it to be a formidable predator and adept at hunting its prey. Additionally, evidence of feathers on related species implies that Velociraptor likely had a feathery coating, connecting it to the evolutionary line leading to modern birds. Its role as a swift predatory dinosaur has made Velociraptor a captivating figure in the world of paleontology and pop culture alike.
If a dinosaur learns how to open a door, give up. Because they didn't have the concept of inside when dinosaurs were around. Maybe inside a cave, but caves just kind of cavey. But a door?
However, despite its
that's too much evolution.
The cinematic portrayal of velociraptors in movies like Jurassic Park have contributed to it being overrated in pop culture. In reality, Velociraptor is significantly smaller than its on-screen depiction, only standing around the height of a turkey.
Oh,
not as scary in a lot.
I could beat a turkey. Something as small as a turkey. Cooked.
A lot smaller than the 6-foot-tall lizard dinosaurs we see in the movies. It is also depicted in
that seems like an oversight.
Entirely accurate. For one, in Jurassic Park, the velociraptors, like I just said, look more lizard-like than they did in reality. Or instead, it probably looked very similar to a bird.
Damn.
Lastly, the raptor's intelligence was highly exaggerated. No, the velociraptor probably couldn't open doors or team up with you to take down the bad guy. But even still, their brains were actually pretty large compared to their size, making them comparatively intelligent animals. They were just quite simply nowhere near as smart as in the Jurassic series. And in reality, it's not even clear if they could hunt.
Not gonna lie, this seems like a Google search. Seems like an oversight, and whoever wrote the script should be fired. Yeah.
Packs. While yes, it's possible, analysis of what the velociraptor ate over its lifetime seems to have changed as the raptor ages, which isn't present in any modern-day pack hunters. The Jurassic Park series has led to common misconceptions about the true nature of many animals, and the velociraptor is just one more victim of that. Now, shall I refer you back to the Achillobator, which is basically the Jurassic Park velociraptor. And my next dinosaur I believe to be overrated is also another victim of the Jurassic Park series. Can you guys guess what it is? The Spinosaurus. While its impressive size and distinctive sail...
Spinosaurus. Was that one of the ones I named? I just know it can swim. It has a spine, like a outside spine. And apparently in Dinosaur King, it had a water powers. Damn,
dorsal to its allure. Jurassic Park 3 is what really brought the Spinosaurus into pop culture. The films portray the Spinosaurus as a gigantic land predator, strong enough to directly take on a T-Rex and come out with barely even a scratch, elevating its status to near mythical proportions. This cinematic portrayal, while entertaining, has perpetuated certain misconceptions and led to an inflated perception of the Spinosaurus. In reality, the dinosaur's behavior, appearance, and interactions with other species remain speculative. The Spinosaurus probably didn't hunt the largest terrestrial prey, in contrast to species like T-Rex that did. Instead, they spent most of their time near or in the water, hovering over lakes, streams, rivers, maybe oceans, and ponds of the Cretaceous waiting for a fish to get close enough for them to strike, similar to the lifestyle of a heron just 100 times.
Wow. They really are just birds. Ain't that... This whole time you've been calling dinosaurs lizards when they're really just chickens. Wow. That's crazy.
Times its size. It is also speculated to maybe have acted like a crocodile, but those theories are less substantiated. Lastly, let's just focus on the appearance of the Spinosaurus one last time. This is what the Spinosaurus really looked like. Well,
yeah, I was just about to say, how do you know that? How does one conceptualize what a dinosaur could look like just by the bones. You don't have skin. You don't have. Somehow you have fossils, which I'm kind of speculative of, because 10 million plus years ago, and no dinosaur dug it up. It didn't get burnt. It didn't get crushed. It's just perfectly intact. All right. How do you know what this will look like?
Probably look like. To me, it's just as cool as the Jurassic Park 3 one, or even cooler. And even though the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus was over-exaggerated, the Spinosaurus was still gigantic, being 52 feet long and weighing 20 tons. It was the biggest land predator to have ever existed. Overall, once again, Spinosaurus is overrated because of the way it's viewed in our collective societal imagination, as the most dangerous predator to have ever existed, while the truth is much more complex. If you're a fish near the coast, it's probably the most dangerous predator to have existed. It's much different than how the popular culture portrays it. Lastly, the real-life Spinosaurus seems to have an amazing superpower of changing how it looks every couple years. So who knows, maybe Jurassic Park was actually spot on with how they captured the Spinosaurus. But probably not. And our third and final overrated dinosaur, I will leave to you guys. Okay, yeah, this might be a cop-out, but I know we're going to get some great answers, and I'm a little tired.
Alright, let's see what they say. I got Triceratops. Over... I think no. Yeah, he's 5. T-Rex is not exactly overrated, but definitely overused. I'm not reading on. Yeah, T-Rex is the most popular thing. I don't think any dino is overrated. It's just that many dinos are underrated. Sure, but that's not fun. Let's go. An animal lived, ate, and procreated. Did what it was supposed to do as an animal. Then it died 100 million years later. Someone says, oh. People can never just have fun. Can never just enjoy yourself and be speculative. Let's read. Let me go all the way to. I would actually say Velociraptor is simultaneously under and overrated. So it's perfectly rated. Whatever. Yeah. People can't have fun. I would just said T-Rex and just left it be. Let it be. But that is the end of the video. Bye-bye.